100th touchdown reception. See him, he runs a post. He's run so many of those in his life, right by both the safeties. There's number 100.
From Steve Young. Over half from Montana. The rest of most of them from Young, and there's the football.
Yeah, they're going to write on that, you know, the pass and put that away. And as we said earlier, that football will go to the Hall of Fame, followed by that guy. And after you get your 100th touchdown, they stretch you out, get you ready for that second half.
Part of the reward is you get somebody else to do it.
And of course, he just knows that in the first half, he just tied the record. He's coming out here in the second half to break the record. But again, the number one thing is to win the game. I mean, you can talk about records, 100, 101, and all this stuff, but it's still, you come out here to win the game, to get into playoffs, to have the best records. All those things come first.
Hofer's kick. Bounces to Seidner. And look out, this guy can run. And runs into 49er territory, out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Halftime statistics. 12 first downs to 5 for the 49ers. 203 to 75 in passing yards. Plus they control the clock.
And they did miss a field goal. And I think the other thing that is big there is the reason the Eagles are only down 10-0 is, one, they played pretty good defense, but two, they didn't give up any turnovers.
Williams steps out of bounds, close to a first down by Eric Davis. He did get a first down.
This is the thing we talked about just before the halftime, that the Eagles would probably see that they didn't have a lot of success on that short stuff, but they did have success working on the outside to their outside receivers. You know, they hit Calvin Williams on that play. We've seen them hit Fred Barnett earlier. I think this is what they have to do. You look what they did in the first half. They were 5 out of 9 for 50 yards to the wide receiver. If they're going to win, that's what they have to do today.
Cunningham again back to throw it. Gets it to Heath Sherman. And Sherman close to another Philadelphia first down. Whitmore took him down. He did get 11 yards.
You know, when Keith Byers said that they should get Heath Sherman in the game more, you can see why. I mean, he has that burst. He gets the ball and boom, he's gone. And you can just feel that when he gets his hands on the ball, there's a little life there in this offense. I mean, they give him another guy that you have to worry about, another guy that can make a play for you. You know, it's not always all the quarterback. Sometimes other guys have to help the quarterback make a play.
Heath Sherman down to about the 21. He got 5 more yards. Stopped by Walter and Fagan.
I'm sure the Eagles don't want to be the team that Jerry Rice breaks a record on. They don't want to be the team that comes out here and the 49ers clinch a playoff berth on, which the 49ers could do today. But more than that, they want to go out here 8-4.
And keep their playoff hopes alive. They are very much alive at the moment. They want to get back where they're thought of as the Eagles at the beginning of the year. Cunningham. Touchdown to Fred Barnett. From 23 yards away, a strike from Cunningham.
And Fred Barnett is one of the dangerous receivers in this league. We talked last night, Randall Cunningham said it, Rich Kotite said it. We have to get the ball more to Fred Barnett. And I'll tell you, I agree with that. Fred Barnett is one of the best deep threats in the game. He's one of the guys that you can single team and he'll beat you, and he can also beat you if you double team him.
So it didn't take the Eagles long to get this thing closer. Bruzek's extra point is good, and it's 10-7. 13 minutes, 2 seconds left in the third quarter. So it's 10-7 San Francisco now. Ricky Waters injured his shoulder in the first half, and now he's getting some help snapping his chin strap on his helmet.
That doesn't look too good. It was his left shoulder. It looked like he can't lift his left hand there. And when you need help to button your chin strap, I don't know how effective you can play running back.
Or a receiver.
Well, you'd be a one-handed receiver.
Right.
Everything you'd catch would be with your run hand. But I'll tell you, if he can't lift that arm to put his helmet on, I don't think he'll be playing.
Logan and Carter back deep for the 49ers. That's going to be Mark Logan. Dropped it, it bounced back to him. Just struggles outside the 20, where the 49ers will take over.
Although the other question,
partly the stop.
I was just going to say, the other question you'd ask yourself, if you're not going to play, why put your helmet on and the chin strap on? I think he's probably going to try. They X-rayed that in there. They talked about a rotator cuff bruise or something. He probably wants to try and warm it up, and maybe get back in there. But it doesn't look like to me that he's going to be able to.
It is Amp Lee in his place. That's Hampton to the ball. Stumbled outside the 31. About the 30. A 9-yard gain, tripped up by Eric Allen.
Here they run to the tight end side. We see that they're going to come out here to the left side. You see Brent Jones, the tight end, 84. He makes a pretty good block. He works his guy. The guy knocks him down, but in knocking Brent Jones down, Amp Lee runs right by him. Clyde Simmons was so worried about Brent Jones blocking him, and Amp Lee ran right by Clyde Simmons.
On second down, he got enough for a first, and then is knocked backwards on the hit by Hopkins.
There's Kevin Fagan. We talked about Pierce Holt, who got injured, played one side. Kevin Fagan is the other side of that defensive end for the 49ers, that defensive front of the 49ers. These two guys are real tough guys, hard-working guys. They're like brothers, and they're probably two of the most underrated players in football.
First down, San Francisco. Rice in motion. Young under pressure. Chase backwards, gets rid of it finally. Incomplete. Chase by Byron Evans.
I'll tell you, is Byron Evans upset because if you're going to run that far and you're going to get that close, you want to get to the quarterback. We can stop it right here. We can see, here he is. He's coming right up the middle, and he's free, and you got that shot. He has him zeroed in. He has everything he wants. And then he gets it, and again, we talked about Steve Young being quick, fast, strong, and all those things, and those are all the things that make him hard to tackle. And Byron Evans has a straight shot. He's untouched. He gets a little straight arm there. Steve Young helped himself by the straight arm there. Byron Evans said, I don't want to run that far and get that close and not get a hit.
Second down, draw play, Rathman. Tripped up by Booty.
Yeah, now, Booty is the corner. He's the left corner, and you're going to see him right down here. He starts out like he's a defensive back, like he's going to cover. So what happens when you do that? They don't count you. You see, and he was coming on a pass rush. I was going to be a corner blitz. And he was out there, and he was going to play like he's covered. And at the last minute, he comes up to the line of scrimmage and comes off that corner.
3rd and 10. Defensive backs for the Eagles. Intended for Odessa Turner. Incomplete.
It's interesting. Early in the game, Jerry Rice got his 100th touchdown reception, and the 49ers haven't scored a touchdown since. And that was the thing that George Seifert was worried about. He said, I don't know if I want to go out there and get that thing too early because there may be a letdown on us, or it may fire the Eagles up. I don't know if either one of those things are true, but I know that since they scored that one touchdown, they haven't scored another one.
They haven't been able to do much. Wilkesmeyer booms a long punt to Sikahema at the 14.